How do I defend Alaska most effectively and cost efficient as possible? I find most oftentimes to use the initial starting tank in the eastern USA to help defend Alaska because it can pivot back and be easily accessible by transport for pickup. To do this, I move from eastern US to eastern Canada, and this gives me the option to take Norway with 1 infantry and 1 tank. Here you can see the German player took it back with 2 tanks, which is perfectly fine as I'm able to come back and counter that. Anyways, that's another line of play. Talking specifically about Alaska, I can now blitz this tank back to Alaska right around turn 2. That was turn 2 for US, even though it says turn 3, round 3. To do this, I move infantry and AA up to Western Canada, and then if I see transports in range and I don't have my sub or a bomber, I can fortify with infantry, tank, and AA. So once again, infantry and AA move up from Western US to Western Canada. The tank in round 1 moves up to Eastern Canada and non-com. And this just gives me the option and flexibility to see what my opponent's going to do. And if there's a threat for Alaska, I can stack it here with an infantry, tank, and AA. If he were to go for it with 4 transports, obviously that affects India and what that would look like. So I'm not worried about that. But the great thing about using a tank is it can blitz back over to eastern US, and it's nothing wasted, and this infantry and AA can move back to Western Canada, and then they can pivot back and do a dance again. So it's very flexible play, very cheap and effective way to deter your opponent from going for Alaska while not messing up US logistics.